different things. I think like the Twitter party that we stumbled into was pretty good. But I had a good time at your business that you worked.
Oh yeah, I work at Accenture, and
Yeah.
they did the official interactive opening party.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah.
I was really disappointed by it because it's one of these things where I had signed up to volunteer, and they wrote me back saying like, "Oh, we put you on this shift," which was the absolute worst shift possible. Imagine a blowout party is on Friday night, and they say, "Okay, your volunteer shift is at 7 a.m. the next morning," and you're like,
I work for this company?
Yeah. And plus I was like, wait, I have a badge. I can just go. So, no, thank you. I can't do that. But even when it came to going to the party, the line it went all the way down and across the street. It was like, Jesus, what is going on in there? Now, luckily, through some connections, a connection through a connection, we were able to subvert the line.
Yeah, we had given up on it, and Martin's like, hold on. And like, I want to go talk to her real quick. I was like, oh my God. I was like, can we please go? I'm going to pay for whiskey at this point. Please, can we move on? And then she got us in.
You got to pull the press shit. Because I just pointed at the press part of my badge, and I got into
it works for a lot of things. I remember last year, Chris, you had the story about, I think it was Smart House, and you're like, we might cover your event, me and my 4 friends here. And,
yeah.
But no, I remember...
oh, no, you were there when we just, like, that awesome, like, food event.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? I think I called you for that one where it was
You called me. I wasn't there.
I was like, dude, the food is amazing. And all you have to do
and I remember it being like on a Friday.
All you have to do is threaten to cover their event.
It was a Friday or Thursday, because I think it was the night before it really kicked off.
Yeah.
So that's why I was expecting there to be something this year.
Yeah.
And when you went to check things out, you were calling me going like, yeah, don't bother.
Well, yeah, I remember on Friday, I think I started at the CNN party. Because like they had sent me like a press thing. I was like, cool, like, do you want to come to our party Friday night? I'm like, sure, what's a CNN party like? You know, like, Christiane Amanpour will be here. I'm like, oh, okay.
I don't know who that is.
It was Christiane Amanpour, Jake Tapper, W. Kamau Bell was supposed to be there, but I didn't see him. And Jeff Zucker. And I'm like, okay, cool. It's like full, like, closed entry, you had to be on the list. I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, I'm bored, no one's here. So then Kyle, our buddy Kyle, told me, he's like, hey, we're all going to Antone's. And then I met you guys there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, now the Antone's thing. Because, yeah, we left the Accenture party. We got in, they gave you 2 drink tickets.
That Antone's party, we were like, we're getting used to parties at South by, we were like, I think there's liquor in this?
Yeah.
And then the Antone's party where you're like, is there anything but liquor in this?
Oh, yeah, it was like pure Tito's,
Yeah,
and that was it.
Yeah, it was an open bar, and we drank our first drink, and we're like, whoa. And we go to get our second one, and a sip in, it's like, I am not finishing this.
Yeah, I was just like, slide this way. Some middle-aged, like, I wish I was a hipster girl's gonna come up and go, are you not drinking that?
Oh.
No, I'm not. What are you doing later? Not hanging out here.
I mean, Antone's is a pretty big club, and they actually had like a Neon Indian playing, which I don't love their stuff, but they're a relatively big band. It's like, nope, just come on and walk in.
Did you see any other big bands? I saw Andrew WK.
I got to see Andrew WK, Superorganism, and a band called The Frights that's kind of a punk band that does surf rock and punk that almost nobody knows. So, because yeah, I got into the Paradigm Party, Mohawk, that they did on Thursday.
No idea what's happening right now. I'm just gonna be perfectly honest. I have heard Andrew WK. Isn't that the guy?
Party
who was,
Hard.
Yeah.
Isn't that the guy who was like half of Wham? I'm sorry. Was that like? I'm very confused.
Well, see, after records died, music kept going, Chris.
What? I don't believe it.
There's a thing called a CD.
After the cassette.
There's a thing called an MP3.
No.
Yeah, no, Andrew WK was actually really great.
Yeah, he played like 4 songs.
No.
Yeah,
Come on.
literally, he got to the end, and he got up to his last song, and
he counts down
from
from 100.
Yes.
And he just makes everybody wait as he counts down.
And he's just having a great time. He's like, 99, 98,
Yeah,
97, 96. And then, yeah, Party Hard, he just literally gets down to the timer, sticks the microphone in his pants, and just puts his hands up, because he has basically the recorded audio.
He sticks the microphone in his pants, is what you just
Yes,
said.
he does, because he doesn't have a pocket, evidently.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because his pockets are really tight. He wears these tight acid wash jeans. And like
How did he put him down there?
He looks like the most dude bro guy you'd hate, but he's just like,
He's like
no, I want to have
really
a good time.
positive party.
And,
Positive
yeah.
party.
I feel like I'd still hate him.
Huh. Yeah,
You'd
maybe.
find a way.
I would.
It's
I'm
super-
old.
I'm surprised because it was a free show.
Yeah.
And there was like no one. Like 20 minutes before it started, I walked right up to the stage and was there the whole time.
Was this one at Mohawk?
No, I saw it at Waterloo.
Okay, because Mohawk was the Paradigm one that I was at. There was
Okay.
a lot more people there because Paradigm represents like half the music industry. So people
Yeah.
are like, even if it's a band I don't know, they might be big in a week. So they went there.
Yeah.
Super Organism was cool. They're like a weird conglomerate of people who are like, we met on the internet and we made music by committee, and it kind of works.
I can't believe people are still putting out new music. I'm just kind of baffled. I'm just like, aren't we done? Haven't we figured it out?
Do we have enough music
Dude,
already?
Didn't we reach a
Don't
plateau?
we have enough
where we're like-
movies? I can't believe they're
we
making
can-
movies.
No, that's obviously
You know,
not
funny-
the same.
It's funny
thing.
because sometimes I wonder that myself.
Let me just point out, in response to your question, they just made a Black Panther movie.
Well,
Clearly, there were not enough movies.
oh
They
yeah.
just
There
made
were niches.
music about the internet voted on how to make it.
Yes.
The internet.
Exactly. Music by
Was that,
committee.
was
Oh,
that
that
an
sounds
argument
awful.
for
Yeah.
that? I think.
Was it Twitch? Was it Twitch music?
That would've been great.
That would be hilarious.
I think
No,
we're done with
nobody's
music.
gonna take your Iggy Pop phonographs
The
away from
United,
you. It's
I think the
okay.
United States has said we've got all the music.
They still make podcasts now.
Yeah.
Why do they make podcasts now?
Why do you have to be so reasonable?
After This American Life, there was enough.
That is the gold standard.
Who keeps making new podcasts?
This is technically Serial 2. This is the beginning in which I kill Zach, and you can't prove it. Don't film this next part.
Who killed
Don't film this next part. Don't do it. This is the part you don't
Stop it.
We might need him later to fill gaps.
Yeah.
So I will say the other thing that stepping away from music, so Chris doesn't feel scared and alone, was the DC area where they had all the
Batmobile.
Yeah.
They had 3 of the Batmobiles.
They had the Val Kilmer
And
Batmobile.
two Bat Cycles.
Yeah, they had the
I
Robin
didn't see-
Cycle, which
I
made
didn't
me
see the
so.
cycles.
Yeah.
Oh, the Robin Cycle made me happy.
And then they had weirdly Brian Michael Bendis sitting there signing
Signing
autographs.
So
It's a Superman book that he has a story.
Yeah, he did nothing wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just like,
That's
why
so
are you
weird.
He just
signing
looked.
for
He looked
something
depressed
you're not
because
on?
he shut like 90% of the people in line had the anthology that they bought that was just a Superman anthology.
So awkward.
And then there were like a couple of people that had whatever Spider-Man or whatever
Right.
they brought.
But it's funny because you have people there hawking the book. Like, oh, you want to get him to sign this? Because he's the guy who's about to work on Superman next. And I picked up and looked through it. It's like, he didn't work on a single
Yeah,
goddamn
no,
thing.
not even
Not
a
at
little
all.
bit.
Yeah, they
There
were
was,
all
like-
old Superman stories.
Yeah.
And they had the Justice League Superman statue, which nobody gave a fuck about.
Which were like
Yeah.
these weird etchings on it, like
Yeah.
that wasn't from any of the movies.
weird
What's
little
going on?
hologram things there. And then for some reason, Critters puppets?
Yes.
What was that
Critters
about?
puppets.
Like, it was like, wait, does DC bought the old crappy horror movie series
Oh, yeah,
Critters?
probably.
Well,
I was like, what is going
they
on?
have
with
Scooby Doo
that?
now, and there's like
Oh, they
Scooby
do.
Doo Batman
Yeah, they do.
crossovers.
Yeah.
I was like, but that's Hanna-Barbera. Hanna-Barbera does not own
Sure.
Critters. So I was like, why is there a separate Critters puppet pavilion
probably a Warner Brothers
going
thing.
on?
Yeah.
That was
It-
weird.
It was just the worst parts for me. There was like I literally got there early, so it's like they opened at noon. I got there like 11:30, and I got stood next to like the worst type of alpha nerd. Where he's there in the Superman shirt, all Green Lantern rings on his one hand for no reason, and a fedora, talking about how much he loved Batman vs Superman and Marvel's Rock. He's like,
my.
I'm so excited to get my picture with the Batman vs Superman Batmobile. It's gonna be so good. I love that movie. It's so great.
Well, that Batmobile is kind of dope,
If
but
you
that
drop the
movie
guns,
is
it's
the
a
worst
great
movie
Batmobile.
ever made.
Come on, let's not get
Not
carried
ever.
away.
The worst movie of 2015.
It's the worst
No.
movie. It's one of the worst superhero movies, but it's not the worst superhero movie
Yeah.
or one of the worst
It just-
movies ever made.
but-
It's just bad, and I'm tired of seeing threads online trying to say like, "Oh, you Marvel fans are so desperate."
You're like,
Trying
are
to
you?
defend-
I'm
I was
like,
like, "There's 8 of you on this thread."
I'm like, this is a 2 out of 10, and you're like, there are movies that are a 1
It's like,
out of 10.
literally, how do
It's
you not
really
see
bad.
that you guys are the minority and like loving this film? I'm sorry. I am.
Other people were like, Disney ruined superheroes. They started making these movies like they were in production before Disney.
Why do
bought
Marvel
them.
fans not see that all the films are just the same film? Okay.
It's a plot that works at very least.
All right, let's get back to South by Southwest. Yeah. And
So
the
Frank
DC.
Frank Miller was there. He braved. I kept saying he braved the lizard people to do a signing.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he was willing to sign your NRA membership card.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Yeah, he's looking old.
Well,
He's looking-
I
he's
heard
looking-
he's cleaned up now.
Really?
Yeah,
In what sense?
rehab.
Oh,
okay.
drugs?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and alcohol.
Yeah. But what about his political opinions?
That too.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Holy shit.
That's what I heard.
They're hand in hand. He's
Wow.
like, I'm sorry. I was on a lot of drugs. I was
Sniffing
like, why
glue does
don't
a
we just-
weird thing to your opinions.
Why don't we just shoot everyone? I'm confused.
He's like the alt-right Alan Moore.
But yeah, all right. So that is South by the party days,
Yes.
as it were. South by is a bunch of shit all come together. A bunch of companies supporting stuff that actually, we talk shit like we're just in there for the
Right.
fun, to get the free stuff. But honestly, you find out about a lot of really cool shit along the way.
You
I
really
got,
do.
Oh, definitely.
I got a lot of business
You
cards.
get a lot
I
of
got
emails.
Yes.
but stuff that I'm like, oh, I'm really curious about this. I want to know more about this.
Oh, went to Flatstock. That was
Oh,
cool.
did you?
Met
I
a
missed it
ton
this
of-
year.
met a
which
ton
is a
of-
poster.
Yeah,
Oh, in-game, yeah.
yeah. All the Mondo people were there because they were there 2 nights before there was a Mondo Originals, and so they flew in for that, and then they were at Flatstock. But it was kind of it was good, but it was a little bit of a disappointment in that it was almost all gig posters.
It usually
Oh yeah,
is,
it usually
actually.
is.
It always is.
That always throws me
Yeah.
off too. I'm not as
It's
big
all
of a
Queens of the
poster
Stone
collector.
Age posters.
Yeah, that was the thing the first year,
Okay.
because Grant would always go and talk about it, and I was always so jealous. And I finally went, and yeah, I was like,
It's all
yes,
gig,
it's
yeah.
all gig posters.
But they're badass posters.
I still have
They're-
some from last year we bought that were so amazing that are still sitting in my flat file. I'm just like, I don't have any room to.
I need a flat.
What am
Yeah,
I need to.
a
Yeah.
flat.
And then we also forgot to touch on the gaming segment. I don't know if any of you guys.
Oh yeah, I went
That
to
does not
South.
get together.
I
Yeah, I
went to
didn't do
the.
that.
I was already in Florida. I was at Harry Potter at Universal Studios.
Oh,
Let's go.
Harry Potter.
I
I went to
actually-
Westworld and Harry Potter. I'm
my
Chris.
4th time, by the way.
To me, I know Sarah's Shroud of the Avatar. She works
Yeah.
for the people that make Shroud of the Avatar. They were there and they were presenting, and I mean that game seemed cool.
Right.
Yeah,
They were
it was kind of like
presenting?
or they
She
had
was
they had a booth.
interviewed,
Yeah,
and she interviewed Richard Garriott.
Richard Garriott, who's
Who are
going on?
British.
I'm presenting.
oh,
Oh, God.
man, you're about to
Yeah.
get something in there.
I was just trying to illustrate. What was
No,
that?
You can't do that.
What was going through his mind? He's like, I have to show him.
I'll touch that.
Yeah, then there was also the
We'll get into it.
during the gaming. There's also
We'll start a new
I'm gonna scoot
podcast.
closer to Ben.
We'll start a new
I'm gonna scoot
podcast.
closer to
He
Ben.
doesn't have
He's
to
my
present to
best
me
friend.
anymore.
Yeah.
No, the gaming also had the Houston Outlaws team from the Overwatch League, which I mean,
Apparently that's a thing.
it is. And they brought it out like 3 months ago, and it's done really good for professional gaming. That was cool to check out because I'm a big Overwatch fan.
Yeah.
Because Blizzard does really great with character creation and lore, and it's just fun. There's also some great VR stuff. I finally got to try Super Hot VR, which Super Hot's already a great game. Put that into VR where you have to not move yourself to slow down.
I
faster.
need to buy that. I have the PlayStation VR, just haven't bought it.
It's the most interesting experience of VR because so in the game Super Hot, it's a first-person shooter where time only moves when you move.
Oh yeah, that's
So
yeah,
mix
yeah.
that with VR where you can't move your arms or your head.
So
or
if there's
basically both
bullets
zooming
coming at you, as long as you stop moving.
Yeah, when you
the
stop
bullets
moving, they stop, and so, you have
get
to
a chance
calculate.
You get a chance to think about the scenario and
Interesting.
figure out what you have to
You
do.
put that into VR, it's a completely different game.
To me, what I liked about the gaming expo was actually the board game section of it because it
That's
was
always cool.
bigger than it was. There were more people demoing their stuff.
I didn't go this year, but I love and hate the board gaming section because I'm always like, I want all of this.
Yeah,
and every bit of it costs $60 a pop.
Yeah.
That's all. Like every one of these is like $60 a pop. I'm like, I can't afford it.
I didn't see it this year, but I remember last year there was like the Red Cards game had like a whole playing area just for their game.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that. There was the game by the Oatmeal, Babies vs. Cats.
Oh,
Yeah,
Exploding
Kittens.
Kittens.
That's the one. Yeah.
There was a indie section too. I picked up this great game. Y'all should check it out if you're into board games called Bargain Quest.
Did not see
And
that.
oh man, it was so cool. It was like $40, and I was like,
Martin is like, what is this game?
I bought it on the spot.
lives it.
I bought it on the spot. And what you are is like everyone plays a shop owner, and it's like basically your shop owners for like D&D characters, and they come to your shop and you like sell them gear, and then they will die or
So you are
survive.
you are the shop owner in any given like RPG.
Yeah,
thing,
and
game.
Okay.
yeah, any kind of
playing
video
the other
game.
side.
Yeah, you're playing
Okay.
the other side, and you sell to them, and then they'll give you like good reviews if they kill the monster, or bad.
There's a
reviews if you-
D&D Yelp.
Pretty much, yeah. That's how he described it. He's like, this is like Yelp for your store if they survive and defeat the monster, and then if they die, then you get
Their
like bad reviews.
equipment was great.
It's basically it was a lot of fun. I bought it on the spot. Yeah.
All right,
Alright.
so let's go to just the final thing. What was your single favorite moment of South by this year?
For me, it was when we received our cowboy hats at Westworld. It wasn't receiving them; it was realizing that they're not going to take them back from us. We get to keep these.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually go with you on that one. I think that moment where it was solidified that we really did get into the Westworld event. They gave us these actually pretty fucking nice cowboy hats, and you're in. And what happens next?
Yeah.
It was like, this is so exciting. What's gonna happen? That was probably my bang moment.
I know. It happened on the first day. too.
Yeah, first day.
So
And after
good.
that, it was like, well, whatever.
You won. You already won.
Yeah, we already won.
You got that tattoo.
I mean,
meal, you got
as
the
awesome
hat,
as
yeah.
the cheese room was,
Yeah.
it was still second place
Yeah,
to the Westworld.
anything after Westworld was kind of a letdown.
Well, honestly, that Saturday, I realized I was walking around with a bunch of my friends that didn't even have badges, and they had just RSVP for everything on Eventbrite, and just getting all the free alcohol on that first day that I actively went. I mean, and then I ended it, and we went to that party where there was all free alcohol.
Oh yeah.
And then Corey got kicked out.
Such an adorable.
and I was there, and someone like Corey got kicked out, and I was like,
Yeah,
that's pretty tight.
Not to mention that whole part.
Well, no. Accurately, he left before the expulsions happened.
Pretty great one for me was so it started with like I was in line for Wild Nights with Emily, which is an Emily Dickinson movie, and they're like, "Come to our after party at Cheer Up Charlie's." So I text our buddy Kyle. We end up there at Cheer Up Charlie's. There's just a moment where we're sitting there talking over drinks, and there's just like Molly Shannon and Brett Gelman just sitting there talking in front of us, and they're like, "Okay, full cast photo," like right in front of us. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. That's just one of those moments that like crystallizes South by for me. It's just like, yeah, I'm drinking their free booze, and just Molly Shannon, who I grew up watching on SNL, is just right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's awesome.
So was she like in bed?
Pretty wild.
I figured
Did she do one of these things? Did she do one of those?
Yeah, it's weird. I guess she got that from Emily Dickinson because she just kept doing it.
All right. Well, that was South by. You guys, why are you not coming to South by with us? Like, we have a great time. If you'd let us know you're coming to South by, we would love to hang out with you.
Yeah,
It's every year.
You
We're
don't even need a
always there.
badge.
You don't
Honestly,
really.
yeah, that first day I just didn't.
Although
It's so much better if you get one though.
Very much.
Although
better.
keep in mind, like if you're like, I'm gonna keep up with these guys, and you're like, hey, what are you guys doing? We're going to this badge only party.
yeah, we're not gonna not.
Sorry,
yeah.
sorry. Get a badge. Just saying, it's worth it. It'll be worth your time. And we saw a lot, and there were also lots of cool things that we promoted.
Oh.
Again, didn't we promote it? We promoted stuff, right?
Yeah.
Stuff is good. If it was at South by, it is good.
South by, there he is.
All the South by things.
Oh yeah.